What's up, Management 200? Hey, we're going to go through week 6 real quick. Um, First of all, when you log into the course, it probably looks something like this. Um, Obviously, make sure you go through the announcements. This video is going to be posted in the week 6 announcement, so that one's not available to pull up. So basically, in a nutshell, we want to get to week 6, so we're going to click on our learning modules. There's no activity and no paper to be written this week. It's just the discussion board and the quiz. So, having said that, you won't need to really pull up anything in the assignment information because you'll see module 5 and then it skips to module 7. And project 3 is not due this week. So basically, nothing in the assignment information that you'll need to worry about this week, but you'll need to jump back into this section with all of this guidance for next week and the weeks after. So we'll get back to module 6. First and foremost, you want to check out the module 6 introduction. And remember that each of the modules require that students read that corresponding part of their book. So let's pull that up. This will be the shortest reading assignment you have for this entire class. Part 6, Diversity and Implicit Bias. Guess what? Chapter 19, that's it. That's all the reading. You'll see as next week rolls around, you're going to have emotional intelligence, and that has 4 chapters. So you'll kind of be back to the norm in terms of reading next week. But use this time wisely. Get these assignments knocked out, and that way, if you're taking other classes or if you have stuff going on in your life that you need to focus on, you'll have plenty of time left in the week to do that. And get out of the book, go back to module 6. One thing I want to point out is to make sure that you use these resources, look them over, read them. This non-graded assignment is really the feeder for this discussion. So make sure you do this so that you can score well on your discussion. If you don't include the course concepts or show that you have a good comprehension of everything from the chapter 19 and these resources, then your chances of scoring high on the discussion is going to be relatively slim. And then you have the week 6 quiz. Obviously, you need to do the reading and go over these resources, and then that'll help you prepare for and ace the week 6 quiz. All right, so I showed you a little bit of navigation again. I am going to pull up this discussion. In a nutshell, you're going to go to the 19.7 exercise, and you're going to choose one scenario from the diversity dilemmas. Right here. And you're going to respond to the corresponding questions, which are below that. Make sure that you include these within your prompt. Your thread, sorry. If these aren't in your thread, then you're going to have points deducted. I would do 2 paragraphs and maybe use some headers from this, like management involvement in avoiding conflicts might be my boldface header, and I'll put a paragraph that describes all this information below it. And then you could even be as simple as putting my recommendations as a header, and then consider the role and all this detail here, and write a paragraph about that. Doesn't have to be super long, but it has to include the course concepts to show the professor that you have good comprehension. Make sure you follow these directions in responding to students, or you will have points deducted. You're going to respond to 2 classmates as you always do, but you need to post your responses to students who chose a different scenario than the one that you did your discussion on. I will be checking this, so make sure that you do not respond, at least not for your graded responses, to students that did the same exact scenario that you chose. Make sure you include these prompts and take a look at the rubric to ensure that you meet all the rubric requirements in addition to the discussion prompts. That's right there. Roughly how many paragraphs you should write, 1 to 2. 3 is not a stretch for this assignment. 1 to 2 is not a stretch for this assignment. 3 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 is not a stretch for And then make sure you hit proficiency all the way through. Then, for those that want to hit the higher scoring levels, make sure that you do something amazing with your content. It needs to be rich and significant detail, clarifying explanations and responses. You can put that you agree and that you've had an experience similar to that, but that's not a clarifying and explain response. So make sure you go into more detail with that explanation. And then citation methods, grammar, punctuation, and spelling. Make sure you do a good proofreading, and everything should be good to hook.